Okay, well, it's been a busy few hours over here. As you can see, my gear showed up from Rider's Discount. This is not the subject of the video, but I did want to show. This is my Alpine Stars Atom leather jacket, and pretty happy about that. Maybe make a video about that soon. Anyways, the subject of this video is the continuation of the previous one, the Chinese bodywork. And so as you can see here, let me see if I get the contrast. Sorry about the contrast here. So I'm in the process of fitting or preparing the side panels, I guess, the side fairings here, as you can see. So I ran into a few problems. Also, maybe not problems, but also working on the carbon fiber air ducts here. So just to kind of summarize, the area that I ran into problems on, and you can see I've transferred over, you know, like the little pieces and parts that are required to fit this bodywork on. But the area that I ran into problems, and I'll show you, was right here with this gizmo, the little vent thing. And not only this, but also the carbon fiber stuff. So the carbon fiber is pretty good, but you know, carbon fiber just never bolt on. Problem I ran into is this right here, this little deal here. You can see I've already ground some of it down. This tab, which is the one that intersects to this hole over here on the bodywork, is just ridiculously thick compared to the factory bodywork. I've got one of these over here. This is the one that I low-sided. So you can see here, this is very thin, relatively speaking, and it's got a big hole. And that is to accept or receive the back of the Zeus fasteners. And you can see this one, I tried squeezing it down here. This is the way it normally sits. And then this little flexible piece is grabbed by the quick disconnect screw, you know, this deal over here. So the problem is the alignment. First of all, and this is where you really suddenly miss the factory bodywork, is this little, at least on the right hand side. It wasn't so bad on the left hand side over there, but on the right hand side, what I had to do was I had to file down. You can see you might be able to see some of my marks in the ABS. So basically what I had to do was pop this off. I had to take this rasp. You can see this thing's designed for basically working in wood and plastic. These things are super handy, by the way. I got this from Sears, as I recall. They have two different sizes. This is a small version. But these things, if you're ever doing any body work on fiberglass or anything kind of that nature, these things are indispensable. So right here, get this off. Right here, you can see I had to narrow down this. I had to narrow down this because this kind of inlet area. So I sat there last night rasping all around this thing. You might be able to see. Kind of apologize for the whiteness of this here, but or the lack of contrast, I guess. Normally in my videos I don't have enough light. Today I have too much light. Anyways, let's see if we can get it to focus well. Anyways, I had to rasp around here and narrow this down so that I could. There you go. You can see a little bit. So I had to probably take off, you know, 20 thousandths all the way around this thing to narrow it down so that this piece would fit on. Also, because this corner so tight here compared to the factory one. I sat here with a razor blade and kind of whittled away this little piece of the gasket. So I was able to get this, to seat down kind of far enough. You can see kind of the results of my cutting away the rubber. I was able to get that to sit down far enough, into this opening here that kind of, everything kind of goes the way it's supposed to. Because originally this wouldn't even go on, so I was completely screwed originally. And then even when I did get it on, it was just a horrible fit, and it didn't go on far enough, which caused the air tube to, sit back out about maybe a quarter or so. Anyways, after some cutting and rasping and what have you, I was able to get that on, and then I'm now in the process of kind of tweaking this thing here. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I might just cut the Zeus fastener and glue it to the back, and just let the flexing of the body work and everything kind of help me out. But you can see I already marked this and then used the rasp to knock it down so that I could get it to kind of, move where it needs to move. And like I said, I'm still not sure what I'm going to do back here. I'm going to put these panels on the bike here probably today and see what kind of fit I get. Oh, and by the way, if you work on fiberglass, rasping or anything like that, you got to be very careful because it's kind of a toxic substance to the body. Same with carbon fiber. Carbon fiber uses basically the same resin process that fiberglass does. You just have a different substrate. But anyways, if you are, drilling, grinding, rasping, sanding, anything with fiberglass or carbon fiber or any of those kind of composite materials, even ABS bodywork, make sure, what I do is I put the vacuum cleaner right by my work, so I'm kind of creating a negative pressure or vacuum that draws the contaminants and particulates out of the air. And then also, of course, use a respirator if you have one, because you don't want to get a lot of that kind of stuff into your lungs, because you can cause real problems. I remember I used to have a boat, and I don't know if this is a true story or not, but I think it is. There was a guy who loved to work on his boat, but he didn't take proper precautions, and he spent the summer sanding the entire fiberglass hull with no mask, no respirator, and he was always inside the boat working. And the guys at the boatyard, the guy who ran the shop at the boatyard, said that he sanded down the hull, and then he inhaled so much of the fiberglass dust that it caused problems with his lungs, and the doctors really couldn't do anything for him. And then he later went down the coast. I don't remember if he was in his boat or not, but he later went down and basically committed suicide. I think he did it in the boat, they said, because he had kind of fouled up his lungs and things. So, and I don't know, like I say, I don't know if that's a true story, but I tend to believe it is based on the people who told the story to me. So, and then the other thing was one of these little reamers is real handy. You can get these over at Sears also. These are real handy for opening up the holes, such as these little guys and what have you here, or even the holes where the quick disconnects go through. Real handy for opening that up. You just put it in a twist, and it kind of enlarges the hole. And like I said, that's real helpful when it comes to kind of opening up the little flashing around the holes on the Chinese bodywork. So, still happy with the bodywork, but in this kind of air duct area, it's definitely requiring some tweaking. So I just wanted to kind of document that and let people know. It's to get a proper fit is it's not bolt on the way the factory body work would be. You're probably going to have to make a few adjustments and tweaks. So, okay, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below.